Perfect.
You guys, I'm really excited to welcome you to our call tonight with Jeanette Phyla. So she's just got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to very specifically autoimmune things. And I would say just a broad, tons of knowledge on brain health and immune system health. And so we're really excited to have her tonight and chatting with us. And she's the founder of thenaturalcure.com and just has tons of good information on there. So I'm going to turn the time over to you, Jeanette, and I'll let you, oh, we'll make sure everybody's muted here. There we go. That looks good. And um, oh, there you are. I see you. Anyway, you got Jax in the background.
Yeah. Did you see me? I muted myself.
No problem. All right. Yeah, I'll turn the time over to you, Jeanette. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Brittany, for that intro. I appreciate it. So, for those of you guys that do not know me, a little bit about my background. And I don't know why. Are you guys seeing me? Or
Yes,
do you
we can
see
see.
me? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay. I just want to make sure. So, I was diagnosed with several different autoimmune issues and inflammatory problems. So, from rheumatoid arthritis to lupus, fibromyalgia, and um, thyroid issues, autoimmune to my thyroid. So all of those things plus more. And then my son also had some autoimmune to his brain tissue. So I've done a lot of research in this area, and I'm not a doctor, um, but it's just something that I've been really passionate about, and I've just done a lot of research and trying to figure out how can I regain my own health and how can I help my son as well. So I'm going to come to you guys from that kind of standpoint. So overall, a few things that I think are very, very basic foundational items are staying away from things that are inflammatory and talking about food. So sugar, gluten, which is the protein in wheat, dairy, and I wouldn't say everyone has to eliminate it altogether. I would just say, for the most part, limiting those items. So I try to make things doable and reasonable for people. So there's that. Limit or have no tobacco, limit or have no alcohol. All of these things can contribute. Maintain a healthy weight, which might be hard if you have an autoimmune issue with your thyroid. But I can tell you how I did that. Manage your stress, which sometimes is hard when there's a lot of outside things coming in. But for me, this is, and I literally have it sitting right here. Balance oil is like my kind of go-to. And this oil, I'll talk more about it, but this is my oil that I use personally that helps me manage stress. I feel like it's like a glass of wine, just like inhale and exhale, and it just feels so nice and calm and relaxing. So, and I'll show you guys how I use it really quick here, but I just take a drop like this, put it on my fingers like this, rub it around like this, and I put it on the back of my neck, which is where your entire central nervous system comes together. So if you guys have an oil, balance, wild orange, adaptive, go ahead and do that. You can also rub them like this, put them right over your nose here, and just breathe in as well. So, but that's kind of my oil that I love for just reducing stress. So that's kind of one of my favorite kind of go-tos. So, but I know adaptive works really well for a lot of people as well. So another thing with autoimmune issues, you really want to manage inflammation in the body. One way to manage inflammation, besides the dietary and the lifestyle items that I just mentioned, which remember it's like sugar, gluten, dairy, those are all very inflammatory things. So, which if you have something like rheumatoid arthritis and you're eating a lot of sugar or dairy, And it doesn't affect everyone the same way. All of our bodies are different and we assimilate different things differently in our bodies, or even the same things differently. But if you're starting to notice like nodules on your fingers, if you have RA or something like that, a lot of that stuff can actually be reversed. In fact, I was talking to my mother last night and she was saying in my 40s, I had those nodules. And she's like, now I don't. And I'm not in, like, my hands used to really hurt and now I'm not in pain anymore. So just a few things to just think about out there, because I know a lot of doctors and a lot of people that we kind of hold on these pedestals don't talk about, um, can you reverse some of these things? So, and from what I have seen, you can. So my own labs have shown that. So, and I think if we give our bodies and our minds the right things, and take the wrong things away, then I think that it can make a huge difference in inflammation and an autoimmune. So a few other things that I've done.
Book gained a lot of traction in the math culture was,
Let's see here.
Vampire Found Basket.
Let's see here. Oh, you got it, Brittany. Okay, thank you. So some of the things that also I have found very, very helpful for myself is making sure I go to bed on time. It actually helps your body. When your body has an autoimmune, you need regular rest, and it should be the same consistent. So consistency really does help with that. Maintaining a healthy weight. So for people that have thyroid issues, I know that that will probably come up. So on my website, thenaturalcure.com, I have this little thyroid roller blend. But I think I've posted the recipe in our Facebook group before. And if not, this is found, you can get it on the website and then you can fill it up yourself, or you can just go make your own. I just had it up there because it's easy for someone that just has that issue that doesn't want to buy all of the separate oils there. But that one is something that I rub on my thyroid, usually twice a day, and just kind of rub it over here. So a few other things that you can do, fur oil is very anti-inflammatory. It's also good for people that have arthritis or joint stiffness, even if you haven't been diagnosed, but if your joints are really stiff, that can be really helpful. Birch oil, just putting it on the bottom of your feet or the back of the spine is also very helpful for autoimmune issues. Eucalyptus, even breathing it in can help with autoimmune issues. So for me, I like to pretend that my shower is like a spa. Just emotionally, it makes me feel happy. And so I actually planted a eucalyptus tree in my yard. We'll see how well it does. But I take eucalyptus oil currently, since my eucalyptus tree is tiny, and I just put a few drops in the shower. And I just kind of let that, just permeate the air, and it really, really does. It helps just change the mood, but it also helps, I know, with inflammation. It helps with autoimmune issues. So if you don't want to put it in your shower, you can also just put it in your diffuser. So a few other ones. Go ahead.
Question, any type of fur oil, or is there like a specific type of fur oil?
I kind of rotate through them. Currently, I'm using Douglas fir. So just because that's the one that I had on my shelf closest to me. So, but I rotate through them. So any of the fur oils are really, really good. So, and you can literally just put it on the bottom of your feet. So one of the most anti-inflammatory oils, which inflammation is one of the causes of disease. It helps, it causes pain in our body. And a lot of people with autoimmune issues, one of the first things that is a big problem for us is that we're in pain. And being in pain, and not with all of them, but with a lot of them, being in pain makes you tired, right? And lethargic, and slows down your body. So that's why I'm kind of covering some of the pain oils here too. So frankincense. So I rub it on, the back of my neck every day, the bottom of my feet, because it just helps reduce inflammation in the body. Another one, actually two more. And I kind of use these together typically just because they kind of blend well together. I don't like geranium oil by itself. I don't really like the smell of it. I don't know how many of you guys do, but I personally do not. So I blend it with lavender and juniper berry, and I do it probably twice a week. I could probably do it more, but I do it twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week. And I just sleep with those oils on. So just the aroma of them getting into the body. And I only use a drop of each. I don't use very much at all. So anyway, a drop of each of those, breathing them in for 8 hours. And sometimes I add a drop of frankincense. Those can help with autoimmune issues. So a few more.
In the diffuser then?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are you doing those ones in the diffuser then?
I do those ones in the diffuser, yeah. So lavender, geranium, Roman chamomile is also one of those that you can put in the diffuser. So I tend to not really diffuse lavender and Roman chamomile together. They go great together. So I don't know why I don't do it, but they do go great together. So, and it's also, Roman chamomile is also good for sleeping. So if you want to use those ones together, that would be a really good blend, the 4 of them together. So, and then ginger. Ginger is really good for people with autoimmune conditions. So, I know that one of the things is really eating clean. So making sure that the food you're consuming is clean, meaning it doesn't have a lot of pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides. They don't spray your meat with, who knows what, or inject, if you're eating shrimp, they don't inject it with this like gooey, gross pink stuff. It's not even like food. So just making sure that when you are eating, it's healthy food, moving your body. So especially people with RA, rheumatoid arthritis, if you sit for too long, if you're not active, it does get really hard to move and it hurts. So those things, just moving regularly helps that. A few other things that I do personally, and this is more pain management. Do you guys want me to do a little bit on pain management? Is that okay? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what, when I asked a few people, that's a big focus. So I'll share with you what I do, and I'll actually just grab them right here. So I'm gonna grab all my stuff because it's literally sitting here on my kitchen table.
I don't know why, my son had set up that it like blurs my background, but then when you go away, it's all blurred, like.
Don't you love that? Could you see what I was wearing underneath this? My bright pink skirt. So these are a few of the things that I have used personally that have really helped me go from probably like a 9 to a 10 on the pain scale, being 10 is the worst, to more like a 1, maybe a 2, maybe, but usually, a 0 to a 1. So turmeric oil. So our turmeric, I love this. I tend to use the capsules because it's easy and I like things that are easy and I can swallow pills. That's a very easy thing for me. So turmeric I use, I take 1 capsule twice a day. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is what I do for myself. So deep blue polyphenols. This is amazing. And it helps, it has the ginger in there, curcuminoid in there. So it has stuff in here already that helps with autoimmune conditions, but it also helps with pain as well. So another one, and these are all stuff I take, each one of these I'm going to talk about right now. I take 1 at breakfast and 1 at dinner. So DDR Prime, this one here, I don't know if you guys have taken DDR, but this is awesome. I feel like everyone should be taking this. So frankincense, wild orange, thyme, clove, summer savory, noyoli, and lemongrass. Lemongrass also is one of those oils that can be used every single day. So it's really good for pain in general. And that's one that I like a lot. So, and then the last one I take every day, and this isn't all of my things, but this is like those basic things that you should be doing, you know, like avoiding a lot of alcohol, avoiding a lot of tobacco, that kind of stuff. So this is one of those basic things as well is copaiba. And you can do it in the oil or you can do it in the soft gels. Again, I just like the soft gels because it's nice and easy. So I'll go over those. I'll say them one more time. So there's the deep blue polyphenol, the DDR prime capsules, turmeric capsules, copaiba capsules, and then the other two items that I would suggest, because a lot of people need help with their guts, and it's important to get our guts right if we're going to address pain, inflammation, autoimmune issues, even things like if you have an immune system issue, if you're getting sick a lot, it's important to make sure that your gut is in working order. So let me grab them right here. The PB Restore. So this has, I'm trying to get it to focus here. Maybe if I hold it up like this. Anyway, PB Restore. So this one has our probiotics and our prebiotics. It's double encapsulated. You guys have probably, if you've been on these calls, you've probably heard me talking about it before, but you can see like this part right down here, it has kind of a clear gel, and then this is double encoded and it's acid resistant. So prebiotics is what feeds our probiotics. So probiotics are the gut flora. So all of the good bacteria, we need good bacteria. And then our bacteria need something to eat, to flourish, to grow, right? So this is huge for the immune system. It's also really, 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 it plays a big role in proper weight management. To have good weight management, this is one of the fundamental foundational things that you need is a healthy gut. So that's that one. And then the other one is our PB Assist. And these taste like a pixie stick. So if any of you guys growing up had a pixie stick, and I know we all come from different backgrounds, but anyway, I had pixie sticks growing up, also Slurpees and lots of Snicker bars. Even probably some of the problems in me having health issues later on in life, but this is, I would say, a healthy one. So this one here has our prebiotics again and our probiotics. They're meant to be taken, both of these are meant to be taken with food. And I typically take the PB Restore with breakfast. And then after dinner, after I finish eating, I personally like the PB Assist. And I like it because it's sweet. And I tend to want something sweet after I eat dinner, just me personally. So let's see.
Hard. Like, okay, I'll give myself something that's healthy, like a healthy.
Yes. Yes. Like your amazing strawberries and chocolate.
Chocolate. Yeah, I'm doing
Yes, your avocado chocolate. So which you would have no idea, by the way, you guys, if you've never had it, don't knock it because it tastes amazing. So same thing with Brittany's caramel, which is made out of dates, apples and caramel. So, but find replacements like that. I was actually I was taking a class today on diabetic care, and they talked a lot about how it's really tough to replace foods, and it's emotionally really hard. The same thing goes with people with autoimmune issues. It's hard to figure out different lifestyle changes, which in order to really change how your body is dealing with this, it does take lifestyle changes. So if any of you guys have been to the doctor and you've been given one drug and then you go back and get another drug for the side effect of the first drug and so on and so forth, it's difficult. So if that's not the game you want to play, I would suggest talking to a nutritionist and working with your doctor on and then making some lifestyle changes on maybe having a different trajectory in life of, okay, how do I work on these things more naturally? So for me, I haven't tested positive for lupus in years. My thyroid is balanced, so I'm not overweight. My weight is balanced. It's normal. It's where it should be, within a few pounds, I would say anyway. All of those kind of things. I'm not in the pain that I was 10 plus 15 years ago. So we can overcome a lot of these things if we do a big picture approach. So, and for me, again, it was non-inflammatory foods, clearly not smoking, avoiding alcohol, working on, always maintaining my weight. So I get up, I move my body. For me, movement's key as well. So moving my body, taking really good, healthy supplements, and then doing what I can for stress management. So, and then some people like yoga, some people like meditating. For me personally, I love to garden. It's like stress management, it's like therapy for me. So, and then, yeah, so those are some of the things that I kind of wanted to go over. Are there any questions? Because I know I went through things fast, but I know we also have 30 minutes for our classes. So we have 5 minutes.
Awesome. I love this, Jeanette. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys, if you have questions, you can either just unmute yourself and talk, or you can put it in the chat. So we're going through, I tried to come in the chat. Okay, so someone was saying they came in a little late. How does eucalyptus oil help with autoimmune? Because I was typing in the chat.
Oh, was that from Evelyn?
Yeah.
Evelyn, I don't know. I was reading about it and I didn't finish reading the whole study, and it was like years ago. So you could probably look up, I'm sure I probably got it off of PubMed. So you could go back on that website and go check it out. So for fatigue, I would say, and again, I'm not a doctor, but I take a supplement. I take this supplement, it's called Adrenal Support. Ginger, ginseng, those help with energy. We also have a supplement from doTERRA. It's called Mito 2 Max, which helps with that. A few other things that make you sluggish are not doing enough things that make you happy, not having enough happy things in your environment. I mean, I'm looking right here. Roses make me happy. Pink roses make me happy. I have pink roses growing around my house now. I just ordered another 4 and planted them, and I cut them and bring them in every day. The other things that can make someone really fatigued are not having a healthy gut. So again, some of those things, too many chemicals in the environment, too many chemicals in the body. So a very gentle cleanse, like just our lemon oil. Maybe some of the Zenderkin products would also be good. So the
Zenderkin products are ones that will help to detox you a little bit better. So if you're feeling a lot of fatigue, your body might be overwhelmed with too many chemicals and things.
Yep. So the Zenderkin complex actually helps support your organs, and the Zenderkin oil or the soft gels, those actually help grab the chemicals and push them out of the body. So, but just every single day, day to day, I do lemon oil in my water here, or grapefruit. So green mandarin, I do citrus oils a lot. And then I make sure that my gut is really healthy. Another thing that can make you a little bit fatigued, if you're eating big meals, after the age of 30, we're producing less digestive enzymes. So taking a digestive enzyme like Pyrazyme, which is also on my kitchen table again right here. But I tend to take them at least with 2 meals a day. So just to help my body, so my body's not spending so much energy digesting all the food, I'm helping it to digest that food. So we have 1 more minute. Any last questions?
I have one really quick, Jeanette. So you have autoimmune as well? Really? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, my doctor said that I have autoimmune, but he doesn't know why or how, because there's no signs of me, like, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, we
What
keep,
autoimmune did he say you have, Evelyn?
um, it goes more towards rheumatitis, arthritis,
Mhm.
but yeah, like
All those
one thing.
supplements I wrote down
Mhm.
when you were at my house, Evelyn came to my house. Evelyn and I grew up next to each other for a while. And then her family bought my family's house that we grew up in. So, and that's where she grew up. So, um, anyway, so Evelyn and I have known each other a long time. The list of supplements, and I don't know when you got on, but I don't know if you saw like the DDR, the Copaiba, the Deep Blue, the turmeric, and then the probiotics, right? The restore and the assist. Those will help with the autoimmune issues. And then I think Brittany put on here a few other oils to try as well. So ginger is one of those really, really healthy oils to add into the diet. So
Diffusing it will be fine as well. Diffusing the ginger.
I would take it internally for
Okay.
ginger. Eucalyptus, diffuse that one. Which again, if you just add it into your shower, like it's kind of like a spa. Like I just close my eyes and I'm like, oh, I'm like at this great spa, having a really nice time. So anyway.
Okay, thank you, Jeanette.
Yep, you're welcome, Evelyn. Good to see you. So yeah. Oh, good, Andrea. Good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't tested positive for lupus in a really long time. So, but I make sure I try to stay on top of my supplements. I'm really, really good at. And I stay away. There's certain foods I just stay away from. Corn syrup is one of those things I just stay away from for the most part. I stay away from dyes because I know my body doesn't do well with dyes, like red dye, yellow dye, blue dye. I stay away from all of those things. I make sure that I don't have a lot of, I shouldn't say I don't have a lot of, I don't have any toxic chemicals in my house. There's nothing toxic, no household cleaners that are toxic. I use the On Guard cleaning concentrate. So make sure that, you know, as you're detoxing, as you're filling your body with good things, right? And you're getting rid of the bad things, don't add more bad things to your body. So
Oh, Laura.
I
Not spoken to her people.
don't know if you guys can hear Jackson, so sorry.
We can't hear him a little bit. It's all right. We love
He's back here reading, so
Oh,
yeah.
good boy. Yeah,
Okay.
I love this.
I think that brings us to our end. So Brittany, thank you so much for starting us off and helping mute people and adding people in. And everyone, thank you so much. You can, I believe you can restore someone's health. There is a point where it's too late, but for the most part, I do believe that we can make progress with our health. I don't think we need to be on so many medications. I don't think we need to live a life full of pain and discomfort and all of these other things. I think that we have the tools. I think that they're here for us to take. And we can change the trajectory of how we're living in our life. So I think that that's it. And I will let everyone go. Brittany, thank you so much for hosting. I really appreciate it. And everyone have a great night.
Thanks, you guys.